My husband and I just saved $57 on our monthly cell phone bill, and I really wish that we would have done this a lot sooner because I feel like we were just throwing our money away in the trash. Welcome back to the Wealth Building series where you will learn how to save, budget, and get out of debt. Are you ready? Let's do this. I did a lot of research and I want to share with you what I learned so that you can also lower your phone bill and start saving money without having to compromise on your cell phone coverage. The first step is to analyze how you have been using your cell phone for the past 6 months so that you can determine exactly what your cell phone needs are. I recommend that you grab your pencil and paper or an Excel sheet so that you can create a table. Now in each of the columns you want to write down or label them as data usage, calls or minutes per month, text per month, and the last one labeled as other needs. And on each row, you want to label them with the name of each person in your family. In the column labeled Other Needs, you can write down things like whether you will need international roaming because you're traveling a lot with your family, or you can write down that you need a plan to call internationally or make texts internationally. For instance, my husband has the Mexico plan to call his family out there, but I don't need that, and that can be a difference of $5. So just write down those other needs that you may have. Now that you have this table ready, pull up your monthly bills for the last 6 months. I just looked at my online account, and from those 6 monthly bills, you want to choose the one that has the highest data you used and write that down in that box under data usage. So if the most data that you've used in the past 6 months is 1.96 like me, then you write that down, and now you know that you honestly don't even need a plan that has 6 gigabytes or an unlimited data plan because you just have never used that much. And then do this again. Look across all of those 6 monthly bills and choose the one in which you use the most call minutes and write that number down. And then again, look at all those 6 monthly bills. Take a look at what was the one where you used the most text, and do this for each person in your family so that it can give you an accurate picture, and now you know exactly what you need before you go shopping around for different phone plans. Because if you do not go in prepared, if you do not do your research, it can and it will cost you, because customer reps will always try to convince you that you need more than you actually do. But if you go in prepared, they won't convince you that you need more data because you don't. What if you use less than 1 gigabyte? The plans that have less than 1 gigabyte cost a lot less than the ones that are unlimited. And this brings me to my second point. If you learn how to reduce your data, then you'll be able to buy the cheaper phone plans out there. Now, once I actually learn all of the different ways that I can decrease my data usage, I'll definitely share that with you if you're interested. So just let me know by liking or commenting on this video. I'm also learning how to make savings on each of our utility bills, and if that's interesting for you, then definitely subscribe. I'm doing all of this because I really want to begin my debt-free journey and pay back all of my student loan debt as quickly as I can. And so if you're even on that journey yourself, then definitely subscribe. But now I'm just going on a tangent now of all of these things that are my financial goals. But I'd really love you to join me so that we can do this together and learn from each other. Step 4 is to pay off your phone entirely. And this means that you are not financing your phone and they're not adding $10 to $20 each month so that you can pay that money towards the cost of your iPhone. And also, when you pay your phone off all at once, it'll make you a lot less likely that you're going to upgrade your phone to the iPhone 11 because you'll realize that, hey, my phone works perfectly fine, there's no need for me to upgrade anymore. And it's also amazing because most likely once you pay off your phone, you won't need to be in contract for 2 years or 1 year or 1 year and a half. So if you're not tied down, then you can go to step 5, which is that the step we're on now? We can go to the next step and realize that we can unlock our phone if we're not in contract and it's completely paid off already. To unlock your phone, all you need to do is request it from your company, and they'll do it within 2 days. Most of them will, at least. They'll do it within 2 days, and this basically just means that you're going to be able to take your phone with you to a different carrier and not be locked into that company that you originally purchased your phone from. Now, there may be other technicalities to this, but that's what unlocking your phone means, and this will allow you to put in that new company's SIM card or chip into your phone without any problem. When you unlock your phone, you essentially have the freedom to switch to a different phone carrier and get onto their bring your own device plans. These plans are usually a lot cheaper because, again, you're not adding that cost of financing your phone since you already purchased it. Now, the thing with this is that you just want to be careful because some companies will only accept certain types of phones that their company is compatible with. So I think like some require an iPhone 4 and above, but you want to make sure. Now, the 5th step is to find out what cell phone carrier provides the best coverage in your area where you live or the cities that you frequent the most. This is important because you just don't want to go off of them being the best #1 company that provides cell phone coverage. I encourage that you check out the coverage map that I linked down in the description box below, because you can enter your exact address and location of where you live and it'll tell you how the cell phone coverage is across all of the 4 major providers. This map was really cool because personally I realized that Verizon in my specific area will cover me a lot more than AT&T was currently covering. And when I eventually switched to Verizon, I realized how much better coverage it really does provide, but in my specific location. So make sure you do this. But this is really important because in the next step, you want to go ahead and shop for prepaid plans from an MVNO. An MVNO is a phone company that is like Cricket, Boost Mobile, Metro, those companies that provide really low cost phone plans because they go ahead and use the cell phone towers from the other 4 main carriers. And because they don't own those structures and don't need to be doing all that maintenance on them, then they don't have to charge you for upkeeping their infrastructure. And usually this means that they provide the lowest plans. I didn't even know about MVNOs until I started doing some research. And the only thing that I would recommend to watch out for is that these MVNO companies may limit you on how fast of a download or upload speed you get. So for instance, Cricket may limit your download speed of watching like a YouTube video to 8 megabytes per second, which is usually okay, but for some people, depending on what they're using their phone for, this might not be fast enough for them. So when you're looking at phone plans, also make sure that you're taking a look at the download speeds, because this can affect your quality of the experience you have. But this is one of the reasons why it will cost less, because they're putting a cap on your download speeds so that they can provide faster speeds for the people who are paying more for it. But again, this isn't something that's going to affect your experience drastically if you're just doing something that doesn't require that much speed. And then also, prepaid plans are a lot less costly than postpaid plans, which I actually want to mention. If you're curious, I have a Verizon prepaid phone plan that I have been using for the last month, and I'm loving everything about it, especially because I used to pay $65 for my monthly phone bill, and then my husband, who has the extra $5 Mexico plan, like that's it still cut his cell phone bill in half. So overall together we saved $57, which is quite awesome, because honestly, like, we have the same phone plan, and we had unlimited everything with AT&T before, but I was only using like 2 gigabytes maximum. My husband was using 3 because he's streaming all of those soccer game matches. He's a really big soccer fanatic and way into Las Chivas. If you realize that Sprint has the best coverage in your area, I believe Trello would be the best company to go with, because Trello uses the infrastructure of Sprint, and therefore you can get a really good plan with them. And they offer things like $15 cell phone plans if you use less than 1 gigabyte, which is amazing. So throw those extra savings at your financial goals, and tell me what those financial goals are down below. Are you also on a debt-free journey like me? Are you planning a vacation for 2020? Or what is going on with you and your family? What are your biggest financial goals, and how do you want to achieve financial freedom for you and your family? Because if you want to do all that, I really encourage you to subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing this series on wealth building, but I also do other mommy things and childbirth. I can't wait to see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful day, or have had one.